Dear students, now we'll see experiment number 15 from C programming laboratory. So the aim of this experiment is implement recursive functions for binary to decimal conversion. So here you have to write a C program to implement the recursive function for binary to decimal conversion. So what is recursive function? So you have studied this in the theory part. So we know that the function is the set of lines which will be performing a particular subtask of the program. Whereas the recursive function, the name itself indicates recursive function is a function which calls itself. Means here we know that when we have a user defined function, some other function will call the corresponding function whatever you have written. So the function that calls is called as the calling function, and the function which you have written and which will be called by the other process or the function is called as the called function. But here in recursive function, both the calling function and called function same, means the same function is calling itself, it is called as the recursive function. So here we have to write a recursive function for binary to decimal conversion. So before we see how exactly we can write a program for this, first we'll see how the binary number can be converted into the decimal number. So already you might have studied this in your high schools or in the 10+2, how the binary number can be converted into the decimal number. So here with the help of one simple example, we'll see how exactly this conversion takes place. So here we have taken an example of 1010, a binary number, and we'll try to convert this into the decimal part. So here in binary number, we know that the binary number system, we know that the digits are only 0 and 1, and the place value of every digit will be the power of 2. Okay, so here we have written the place values. So for every digit in the binary number, the place value will be the power of 2. So here it starts with the units digit. So here the place value is 2 to the power 0. So after that we have 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 3, 2 to the power 4, 2 to the power 5, and so on. So from right to left, the power of 2 is going to increase gradually. So it starts from 0, and in each step it is going to increment by 1. So already known to you people. And I think you also know the value of these things. 2 raised to 0 is 1, 2 raised to 1 is 2, 2 raised to 2 is 4, 2 raised to 3 is 8, 2 raised to 4 is 16, and so on. Okay. So in order to convert this binary number into the decimal part, what you have to do? So you have to multiply each digit of this binary number with the place value of that digit, and at the end you have to find the sum of all these products. So that will give you the decimal number. So the same thing we have implemented here. So the binary number to be converted into the decimal is 1010 here in our example. So clearly we have written the place values of these particular digits. So the number to be converted is 1010. So the place value of this is 2 raised to 0, the place value of this is 2 raised to 1, place value of this is 2 raised to 2, place value of this is 2 raised to 3. So for the conversion, what we have to do? We have to simply multiply each digit from this binary number with the place value. So that is what we done here. So the first digit is 0. So this is multiplied with the place value of this, that is 2 raised to 0. It is 0 into 2 raised to 0. Okay. So similarly here, the binary digit is 1, the second binary digit. So 1 is multiplied with the place value of that is 2 raised to 1. So it is 1 into 2 raised to 1. Similarly here 0 is multiplied by 2 raised to 2, it is 0 into 2 raised to 2. Similarly 1 is multiplied by 2 raised to 3, it is 1 into 2 raised to 3. So if you find the actual value, 2 raised to 0 is 1. So 1 into 0, it is 0. Okay. 2 raised to 1 is 2, 2 into 1 it is 2, 2 raised to 2 it is 4, 4 into 0 it is 0, 2 raised to 3 it is 8, 8 into 1 it is 8. So at the end you have to just add this. So 8 plus 0 plus 2 plus 0 will get 10. Okay. So the decimal equivalent of the binary number 1010 is 10. So this is how you can convert a binary number into the decimal form. Okay. So this is the procedure that is followed for the conversion. So after this, let us see how this is implemented in our C program. Okay. So here we have a C program for the same, and as per the requirement we have written a recursive function for the binary to decimal conversion. Okay. So as usual we have written a separate function. This is a recursive function. Recursive in the sense the function will be calling itself. So here you can observe the name of the function is binary to decimal. So as a part of this function, once again it is calling the same function, that is binary to decimal with some other value. Okay. So we know that the execution starts from the main function. So void main. So after this I have to read the binary number first in order to convert that. So for that I declare one simple variable int bin. So I read the binary number. So for that I have printf enter a binary number, and to read this value I have scanf %d ampersand bin. Okay. So after this now I have to call this function binary to decimal in order to convert this binary number into decimal. So what I have done here is, so instead of calling the function and assigning the value that is returned in some other variable, so as a part of this printf statement itself I have called that function binary to decimal of bin. So here, so it goes like this, that is printf equivalent decimal number is %d. So this %d is replaced with the value that is returned by this function, that is binary to decimal of bin. So what value it returns? It is going to convert the value, the binary number, whatever you pass as an argument, and it will return the decimal equivalent of that. So that we display in place of this %d here. Okay. So now next we'll see how exactly this particular function is implemented. So before we see how we have written this recursive function, so let me explain how we can write a function to convert a binary number to decimal number without recursion. So after that we'll see how we have written this recursive function. So just to make the things very easy. Okay. So here I have a particular function. Again this is also a function to convert a binary number into decimal but without using recursion. Okay. So here the name of the function is convert. It is going to take a number n, which is a binary number which is to be converted into decimal. So we take two variables here, three variables, that is we take DEC to store the decimal value which is initialized to 0. We take one variable I which is initialized to 0, and we take one more variable REM, it stands for remainder. So here we have while loop, while n is not equal to 0, the loop starts here. So already we saw the procedure. So what we have to do, each time we have to take a digit from the binary number, and that is to be multiplied with its place value. So the same approach is followed here. So while n is not equal to 0, means until the value of n, the given number, is equal to 0, what we have to do, first we will extract the last digit of that binary number. So to extract the last digit, already we have used the same procedure for in the palindrome program in order to reverse the given integer number. So here also to extract the last digit of the given number n, we use this mod 10 operator. So n mod 10 will give you the last digit. So that last digit, it's nothing but a remainder, so that is stored in the variable remainder. So after this what we do here is, so instead of using the shorthand operator, so I will write it in detail. So after this what we do here is, so whatever this remainder is there, so as per the procedure whatever we saw, what you have to do, So each time you have to take a particular digit. When you take 0, so this 0 is to be multiplied with the place value of that. What is the place value? It is 2 raised to 0. Okay, so after this, in the next case, you have to take the next digit, that is 1, and you have to multiply that with the place value of that, it is 2 raised to 1, and so on. Okay, so the same is implemented here. So when you take the digit from that particular number, the last digit, so that should be multiplied with the place value. Okay, so what is the place value of the last digit? It is 2 raised to 0. So that's why for that we have taken I equal to 0 here. So here POW, that is power of 2 comma I, means it is like 2 raised to I. So I value is initially 0, so it is like 2 raised to 0. So remainder, that is the last digit into 2 raised to 0. So this will give you the first value. So here you can observe one more thing, like each time you have to, whatever the value you find, this is to be added to the next value, because at the end we have to find the sum of all the values. So that's why here we have taken here we have added, we are going to add this value to the decimal. So decimal initially it is 0, so whatever the value you calculate, this is added here. Okay, so once you extract the last digit, so in the next iteration we have to consider the last but one digit. So that's why we change the value of n equal to n divided by 10. So if you do this, as a result, whatever the last digit you have extracted, so that will be removed from the given number and you will be left with the remaining number. The same approach we have used for the palindrome program. If you don't understand, if you get any confusion, you just watch that video once again, and after that come back here, you will understand very easily. So when you do this, n equal to n by 10, so again the last digit will be truncated. So we increment the I value of I by 1. Why? Because I was initially 0, so the power of 2 should gradually increase towards the value. Okay, so that's why when I was 0, initially 0, so now I should become 1. So that's why we increment the value of I by 1, and again this is a while loop, again it will come back here. It will check whether n is equal to 0. Okay, so until n is equal to 0, means when n becomes 0, we have used all the bits of the given binary number n. So that's why here in our example n is not 0, so again this condition is true. So again this remainder equal to n mod 10, so it will give you the last but number. So here when you write 1010 divided by 10, so this 0 will be removed, will be left with only 101. So when you write 101 mod 10, so it will give you this 1. So this time this 1 should be multiplied with 2 raised to 1. So that's why here we have decimal, here in this decimal we have the previous value, that is the previous digit into the power of 2 raised to 0. Now we have to take 2 into power of 2 raised to 1. So that's why I is incremented, I is 1 now, so it is 2 raised to 1. This is multiplied with whatever the digit you have extracted. So similarly after this, the n is equal to n by 10, so to remove the another digit, so as after that again we have to increment the value of I, because we have to consider the next power of 2, that is 2 raised to 2. So previously I was 1, now I should become 2, so that's why we have to increment the I value by 1. So now I becomes 3, so again we have to check this particular condition. So as we saw, this while loop is going to continue until the value of n is equal to 0. So when n becomes 0, so we have used all the bits of the given number n. So that's what given here. So when we consume all the values of this, so the value of n will be equal to 0. Okay, so in this way you can write a program, a function to convert the binary number into its decimal equivalent without using a recursive function. So when this while loop is terminated, so at the end whatever the value that is stored in this variable DEC, so this will be the decimal equivalent of the given binary number n. So this we have to return as a return value to the calling function. So here whatever the function we saw, this is a function without recursion, but as per the aim we have to write a program by using a recursive function. So the same program, the same function is implemented here with some changes in the names of the variables, but using recursion here. So we'll just see this particular recursive function in comparison with this non-recursive function. So here you can observe the name of the function is binary to decimal, and here it takes the argument the bin here, so it's a binary number, but here in this case it's a variable that is n. So in place of n we have taken the variable bin. So after this here we have the if condition. If bin divided by 10, the negation of this. So when this if statement is executed, if this condition is true, so here whatever this while loop we have used, so this while loop, this will be continued until the value of n is not equal to 0. In the same way, here bin divided by 10, so whenever you get the value of this as 0, so the negation of 0 is 1, means the negation of 0 is 1 means the condition is true. Only at that time this particular line is executed. Means here you have to continue to execute this until the value of bin divided by 10 is equal to 0. You have to continue to execute this until the value of n is equal to 0. Okay, so the value of n is equal to 0 means you have exhausted all the bits of the given binary number. Okay, so this is what. So here if this condition is true, it will simply execute this return bin. So when we know that whenever the return statement is executed, this is the last statement of your program, and after that no other statement will be executed. So here if this condition is true, this return will be executed. So when this return is executed, it will not execute this return. So if this condition is false, what it will do? So this statement will not be executed. It will execute the next statement after this if. So after this the next statement is return. So what it is going to do? So here we have bin mod 10. So this first line. So instead of n we have taken bin here. So that I told you. So n mod 10. So n mod 10 it will give you the remainder. So this instead of taking separate variable, here we have this remainder. So to this remainder what we have to do? Plus what we do? We call this binary to decimal once again recursively with a new value of bin by 10. Okay, so what is this bin by 10? This is like calling n by 10. So n by 10 means we have to extract the next digit. So to extract the next digit we have this one. Okay, so whatever the value we get, so this multiplied by again 2 here. So instead of writing the power function 2 raised to I, so why I we have taken? Because initially it should be 0, after that 1, after that 2, after that 3 and so on. So instead of using here, what we have done is each time we are going to multiply that with 2, but at the beginning no need to multiply this with the value of 2 because it is 2 raised to 0, it is 1, but in the subsequent iterations it will be multiplied by 2. 2 means it is like 2 raised to 1. So in the next iteration again it is multiplied by 2. So first time it is multiplied by 2, once again if you multiply by 2, so 2 times you have multiplied by 2, so 2 into 2 it becomes 2 raised to 2. Similarly once again it will be multiplied by 2, so 2 raised to 3 and so on. So in this way this recursive function will be executed repeatedly, so it is going to call itself repeatedly. So in this way this particular thing is implemented here. Okay, so you just go through this video once again if you don't understand or if you get any confusion in order to understand this particular logic. But still if you feel any difficulty or if you don't understand any lines, so please feel free to discuss with me in order to clarify your doubts. Okay, so this is how you can write a C program to implement the binary to decimal conversion using recursive functions. Okay, so now we'll execute this particular program. So first we'll compile this program, so it takes some time. So after this now we'll run this program. So see, it is asking a binary number to enter. So what number shall I enter? So we'll take the same number whatever we have taken in the example. It is 1010. See, it is displaying the equivalent decimal number is equal to 10. So in our example also we saw the same thing, that is 1010, the equivalent is 10. So we'll run once again. So let me take one more binary number. It is 1110. So if you convert this, what is the decimal equivalent of this? So it is, I think, 2 plus 4, it is 6, 6 plus 8, I think it is 6 plus 8, 14. So you can see the equivalent decimal number is 14. Okay. So in this way you can write a program to convert a binary number into decimal by using recursive function. Thank you.